We got an eye test in which I'm excited to do, to talk about, to touch on. Luka Doncic, all-star, superstar in the making, superstar right before our eyes versus Jayson Tatum, all-star and another superstar right before our eyes. In my opinion, two players who have the potential to be the best in the league in the near future. Kevin Durant is approaching his mid-30s. LeBron James is in his upper 30s. Once you see KD and LeBron and the likes of Kawhi in that era start to deteriorate, you're going to see these young gunners take the throne. And to me, the two people at the top is Luka Doncic and Jayson Tatum. And ironically, they played each other last night and had a classic game. So for that reason and that reason alone, they made it to Dame's standardized eye test. It's your boy Dame. Subscribe to Dame's World if you haven't. If you have, you know we got content that varies from the eye test to hip-hop bar breakdowns to speaking on social issues. But today, we in the eye test realm. So all my eye test people, let's get it and let's get ready to assess these two stars. Luka the Don Doncic and Jayson Babyface Tatum. I don't know if they call him Babyface, but he got a babyface to me. So without further ado, let's break down category by category. We have a chart, 25 categories, and then we overall rank them out of 100, and then we compare them to one another out of 100. Each category is worth 4 in its entirety, because it's 25. 25 times 4 makes 100. 4 categories are worth 5 points for higher standards, and 4 categories are worth 3 points for lower standards. The rest are 4s. So that's how we're going to break down Luka versus Tatum. So let's get it. First category, scoring. Very tough category. Premier high 20 level scorers can get it in a variety of ways. Each of them, both of them have a post game, both of them have an outside game, both of them have a pretty decent clip. So for me, scoring was very close. I had Jayson Tatum as a 4.4 out of 5 scorer, which means he's one of the elites. And I had Luka Doncic as a 4.5 scorer, which was 1 ahead of Tatum. The reason being is Tatum's Jimmy is excellent. Luka has a decent Jimmy. Both of them are great perimeter players. Both of them utilize their post play. I think the one advantage that Luka has on the offensive scoring end is his ability to master the pick and roll. As you see, a lot of the time Luka finds his way in the rack often, especially after a pick and roll or the way he uses the pick and roll, which is like you've seen there. He always finds himself with the easy opportunity. Nice right there. Jayson Tatum is great scoring, isolation, jump shot, off the ball, post game. Pick and roll is not his strongest suit. He's not the best passer out the pick and roll, and he struggles to get his own more so out the pick and roll, in my opinion, than when he's in isolation. So scoring, I got Luka by a hair, 4.5 to 4.4. Shooting, Luka 3.2, improving shooter. Good shooter from range, better from free throw than he has been, but 3.2 out of 4 is like a B average, whereas Jayson Tatum is a premier shooter. So out of 4, I gave Jayson Tatum a 3.9, almost 4. Standard is Clay, Chef, D-Book type. Tatum is right below the standard, 3.9, so I got him as the better shooter than Luka. Passing, it's no question. Jayson Tatum is learning to be a better passer. So out of 4, I gave him a 2.8 for his improvement. But you see in double teams and you see in situations where he's clustered, he might panic or he might throw a turnover and he might not make the best pass. And he's essentially a score-first scorer. Luka is like a playmaking scorer, a Harden rendition almost. But he's a rider, so he's going to take that upon himself first. But his playmaking ability is LeBron-esque, is Lonzo Ball-esque. So with that being said, I have him as the standard of a passer, which is a 4.0. While I gave Tatum 2.8, as you see the clip right there. Wop wop. IQ. Luka, I gave him with a 4.0 IQ, as you see the step back. Yop yop right there. The reason why Luka being playing, as I rewind because we have a lot of time to talk, I gave Luka the 4.0 IQ because coming from where he came from, playing so young, and his decision making moment to moment, he's not more privy to turn the ball over. If he is, it's because of his usage rate opposed to Tatum. But he's very careful with the ball. He's not that careless with the ball, and the plays he make, in my opinion, mathematically be the right play at the time. They W, you pass. They don't W, you drive. They hedge the pick, you blow by. They don't show, you pull up. So IQ wise, I gave him a perfect 4. I gave Tatum a 3.6 because his IQ is great as well. Nice Euro, nice beat up. Defense. I gave Luka, defense is worth 5. As scoring is, defense is worth 5. I gave Luka a 3.7, meaning he's a C average defender. Very slow, unathletic, but his defensive IQ is excellent, which makes his 3.7 formidable in my opinion. He can stay in front of people. He's just not athletic to guard the likes of a Kevin Durant or somebody that's very speedy like a De'Aaron Fox. But as far as his brain power, he'll be a good defender. And a lot of the times it just takes brain power to be a good defender. So 3.7 out of 5 for him. Tatum, however, I have at a 4.1. Same defensive IQ, a better one-on-one defender, stout and more athletic in my opinion. Jayson Tatum poses more problems on a defensive end than Luka Doncic. So he gets a 4.1 and wins that category. Ball handling was tough. Both of these guys are decent ball handlers, but they handle differently. And similarly, ironically, because both of them have a nice crossover package. Both of them rarely lose the ball. I think these are premier handlers. I think the only difference is Luka is relied upon to handle the ball at all times, whereas Jayson Tatum has Kemba and Jaylen Brown, and he doesn't have to do it as much. He had Kyrie, but he always been a decent ball handler. So for me, I gave Tatum a 3.3 out of 4, which is decent, high B. And I gave Luka 3.5 out of 4 because he has equally decent crossovers in a package in a bag, as you see right there with the step back between the legs. But he also has to dribble and handle the ball off the pick and roll, take it up. So when it comes to ball handling, I give the leverage to those with the higher level of responsibility. Tatum's handle is nice, but he doesn't have a higher level of responsibility than Luka when it comes to ball handling. So ball handling, I have Luka. Finishing at the rim was very close. I have it actually as a tie. Why? Because finishing layups at the rim, I think Luka is better. You talk about left hand, right hand, and you talk about just up and under dexterities and the means in which you can get a bucket. I have Luka below the rim, but above the rim I have Tatum. Tatum is more likely to get that first step and rise on you. And both of them equate to finishing at the rim, just in a different way. So I had it at a tie. Both of them at a 3.3 out of 4. Tatum could work on finishing with his left hand around the rim and up and unders and things of that nature. Luka, I don't know if he can work on just getting bounce and being able to dunk over people. He might catch you slipping every now and then, but he's just not the athlete. So 3.3 even finishing at the rim. Driving at the rim, I gave Tatum a 3.1 out of 4. Decent driver at the rim, but he's more privy to shoot. He's more prone to get his shit from 17 to 23. And Luka, I gave him a 3.4 out of 4. Just because simply as you see in this film, he's always in the paint. Whether it's getting that little floater up, getting that layup, establishing that pick and roll to set something up, he's usually in the paint frequently. 3.4 out of 4 against a 3.1 in favor of Luka. Post play. This one is tough. Luka's got a fucking bag in the post. It's just for me with the Dallas Mavericks, he doesn't utilize it as much. So again, when you have two players who both are decent and great at the category, I tend to go to the person who utilizes it more. So at this phase in their career, Jayson Tatum utilizes his post more. He got the Kobe bag, the shimmy, the smaller player. Luka more utilizes his physicality and his footwork in the post, which I would favor if he used it more often, but he doesn't use the post as much as I would like. So Luka, I got 3.0 in the post. Tatum, I got him edging by a slight 3.2. He uses it more, and I'm more enamored by his post game today. Athleticism. Luka gets a 3 point. Athleticism is worth 5. Another 5 category. Luka gets a 3.2 out of 5. Why? He's slow as shit, but he's physical. He's strong. Nice body up by Tatum. Luka is strong enough to bully his defender when he has the slight edge, and big and strong enough not to get punked on defense, which is why he's not a terrible defender in my opinion. But Jayson Tatum is faster, a little more light in the ass, but he's faster and he has more jumping ability. So athleticism, I have a clear advantage towards Tatum. I gave him a 4.0 out of 5. Premier athlete. Clear advantage for Tatum right there. Transition, it was a wash. I gave each of them a 3 out of 4. Why? Because Luka on the transition is a good passer and a good creator. Both of them are half-court set players, so seldom do you see any of them just eager and thirsty to go transition. But Luka, as you see the game winner, we must bring it back again because it's a short clip. But Luka, you could see creating for others on transition, while Jayson Tatum might be a premier finisher. Both of them are half-court set players, but when you see them in transition, Tatum presents danger on the wing. Luka might present danger down the middle creating. So 3.0 wash. Tough category. Rebounding. Tough category. Stats-wise, I don't know. It might be Luka, but for me, I had Luka 3.0 out of 4 and Tatum 3.1 simply because a lot of the times in rebounding, I like to say when they're matched up and they're both down there, who do I perceive gets the rebound? IQ-wise, Luka is always there for a decent rebound, but when it comes to athleticism and snagging ability, Jayson Tatum will snag over Luka, and I'll be willing to bet my bottom dollar on it. So I had Jayson Tatum 3.1, slightly edge, because as far as productivity, I'm sure Luka probably gets more per game. But I have Tatum slight edge. Isolation. Luka gets a 3.2. Like we said, post play, outside game, Luka has a variety of moves to get you in an isolation manner. For me, it's not higher because I think he prefers pick and roll and a switch. And that's where he gets his bread and butter. He's more of a Nash, Harden hybrid mixed in with the scoring Kobe type. You feel me? So 3.2 isolation, and also I seen people like Tatum do well on him. I seen people like Brown last night do well on him to where he's stifled and he can't go nowhere. So his isolation is good, but I seen him be able to be stopped as we seen Jayson Tatum do it right there. Whereas Jayson Tatum's isolation is 3.5. I have Tatum as the better isolation player. He's crafted himself in that 12 to 15 foot area post play. His triple threat, he utilizes it more. And even his crossover ability in the ISO game, I feel he's even might be more shifty and deceptive than a Luka, even though that's very close. They both be shifting niggas. So isolation, very close. But I got Tatum with the 3.5 over the 3.2. Off ball, Jayson Tatum easily 3.0 out of 4. Luka 2.0 out of 4. Why? Seldom do we ever see Luka create without the ball or move without the ball, while Jayson Tatum can reduce his role to a perimeter running around picks and just having a clip type guy. I've seen it before, and with Jaylen Brown and Kemba at the helm, you'll see it again. With Luka, rarely do you see him creating anything without the ball, so it's hard to really give him an assessment past a regular standard 2 out of 4 type shit. So off ball, he gets a 2. Tatum gets a 3 because they're both one-on-one or they're both on-ball players essentially. None of them too heavy in the off-ball realm, but Tatum can go with the 3 off the pick without the ball. So Tatum wins that. Offhand, clear cut again. Jayson Tatum, one of his weaknesses is his left hand. He has a strong right hand, and his left hand is good like on a crossover. But as far as just putting it down with the left and finishing with the left, Jayson Tatum is going to revert back to his right hand. He doesn't have a strong right hand. Luka has a strong offhand. Left and right hand, he uses both of them frequently. It's almost slightly below a Kyrie and a Kobe from those who use it all day. As you see right there, all left-handed dribble to the right hand beat up, but you see the left-handed dribble. He's one of those players who has another left-hand dribble predominantly. You see with a decent left hand. So offhand, I gave him a 3.8 out of 4, while I gave Tatum I gave Tatum 2.5 out of 4. Something he needs to work on. Crossover, I gave Luka 3.0. Luka has a decent cross, a decent hezzy, a decent in and out, a decent crossover out and in, decent double cross, step back. Luka got a fucking bag. So he gets a 3.0 out of 4. Jayson Tatum gets a 3.4 out of 4. Why? Because Tatum got that same bag with a little more sauce, in my opinion. His in and out is a little quicker, a little swifter, a little colder. His crossover, I seen him shift people. I seen them both shift people a lot. But I see his a little bit more frequent, especially even when he was with Kyrie. So the deceptive nature when it comes to their ball handling, I got Tatum with the 3.4, Luka with the 3.0. Slight edge to Tatum. Triple threat, Luka 2.9. Capable, uses it at times. Let me rewind it one more time in short ass video. Capable, uses it at times. But I gave Jayson Tatum the 3.5 because that's become his staple. Getting into that 17-foot range, posting you, and then triple threatening you out the post to isolate you, blow by you potentially, or get a midi. Tatum is more profound at that today than Luka, even though Luka has that triple threat game as well. 3.5 Tatum, 2.9 Luka. Killer. Now, killer is not clutch. It's just your mind state. Who has that kill mode? Tatum is a killer in my opinion. I seen it versus the Cavs. I seen him dunk on LeBron. I seen him ride. But I think innately he's just a great, nice guy, friendly motherfucker. So I gave him a 3.0 out of 4. 75%. Decent killer. Not no bitch in this game. Luka, however, I seen it too many times. Versus the Clippers, I seen it his rookie year. His intensity, his willingness to win, his devotedness to not lose. Luka has a killer instinct. Almost standardized. So I gave him 3.9 out of 4. The only reason why it's not 4 is because he's a 3-year pro in my, I believe. 3-year pro, if I'm not mistaken. 2 or 3. Was he rookie last year? No, second year. 3-year pro. All it takes is more time for him to be the standard of killer, because I don't see too many people with the mind state of win every game, every possession matters, like Luka, aside from a Kobe Bean. So killer easily Luka. Sustainability, both of them 3 out of 4. Because they're young and they have sustained, but it hasn't been proven that they're the most sustainable. Too young to call. So both of them get a 3. Clutch, I have 3.0 for Tatum out of 4. Clutch player, I've seen it before, but I've also seen decisions in which I was like that. I was skeptical, and I've also seen moments to where maybe Jaylen Brown asserts himself more so than Tatum. That's not a knock to Tatum, but that also speaks towards just the willingness to take control and take charge. But it also speaks towards the greatness of of Brown. He has a partner in crime to do that shit. But Luka, when it comes to clutch, the Mavericks are solely dependent on Luka. It's just give it to him and get the fuck out the way, set a pick or two. But Luka, you're going to make the decision every single time. And as far as how I've seen it since he came in this game, he did this. Yeah! He's come through in the clutch many times. So it's hard for me to give Tatum that category when I seen Luka do it so many times. And you compile that with his killer instinct that makes him or puts him in that position to be the guy every time. When the buzzer beater, even if it's the first or second quarter, Luka's always going to be that guy on the mask. So clutch, no question, Luka. Hustle, both get a 2 out of 3. Superstars, they don't really get on the ground and get like that. Grit, Luka get a 3. Shit talk, tenacious, grinder, gritty type player. He got that European feel. What I mean by that is some of those they got the stigma of European players being soft, but some European players come tough as nails. He's the tough as nails European player. You feel me? Not the soft, timid one. So Luka grit, I give 3. Tatum 2. Flashy, not too much of a shit talker. Gon' play, gon' grind, but I don't get gritty from him. He got that pretty boy look too. Maybe that might be the prejudice I got on these light-skinned curly hair niggas. But I just see in his game a little bit more timidity, if that is even a fucking word. You understand it. Then Luka. Team player, both of them 3 out of 3. Their players love him. You see Luka, they gathered around. Tatum, same difference. I don't see too many gripe when it comes to team player. Coaching, 3 out of 3. Both of them are coachable, even though Luka has a style of play where he needs the ball. But I do feel Luka can be coached and has a variety of game to where if the coach was to say, okay, we want you to do this, Luka can adjust. Luka's not someone who can't play without the ball. Luka's not someone who needs a certain style of play to succeed. He's been conditioned to play in every format. So team player and coach, both of them 3 out of 4. And then last overall skill, 4.8 out of 5 for Luka. Luka's skill, passing, rebounding, shooting, defense, offhand, finish. He has everything just at a slow pace. If he was more athletic, he would be in the realm of the superstar scorers and the greats already. His deficiency is his lack of athleticism. But as far as skill, he got everything you need. Whereas Tatum is a 4.2. Bring it back one more time. He essentially got everything you need as well. I think just at their categories are pretty much even. At some categories, it's just at a lower level. For example, passing. He needs to work on his passing much more to be at a Luka level. Or offhand. Luka is severely more skilled with his offhand than Tatum. So overall skill, Tatum has the complete package as well. Just if you fix that left hand, get a little bit more playmaking ability, maybe footwork in the post. Luka might have a slight edge, even though I like Tatum's post game. But just a little bit more skill from Tatum to edge him in that Luka realm, and you got a pretty much even matchup. So overall, after busting down all the categories, last rewind, I had out of 100, Jayson Tatum is a 80.9, meaning a B player standard. The standard is 100. So Jordan ain't even gonna get 100 on my eye test shit. He'll be 99, 98 type shit, but nobody gets 100 on here. So don't think 2K when I say his rating is a 80. Think my standard. 80.9, and Luka finishes at a 83.2. So a higher B-level player, but according to the standard, these are star players. You talking the 90s, you talking Durant, Kobe, Bryant, you talking far and few in between. Luka and Tatum both can get 290s, but they're young pups, 22, 23 years old. So these categories will rise along with their ascension. So far, 80.9 for Tatum, 83.2 for Luka, all in their totality, which means in Dame's world, Luka is the better player right now. I feel like the main essential argument for me would be his pick and roll play and his ability to create for others, which also manifests with his IQ, his decision making, and all of those things. To me is why he gets the slight edge over Jayson Tatum, even though categorically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Luka won 9 categories: scoring, passing, IQ, ball handle, driving at the rim, offhand, killer, clutch, and overall skill. Tatum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Won 9 categories his damn self. Shooting, defense, post play, athleticism, rebounding, isolation, off ball, crossover, triple threat. So just because I have Luka by 2.3 percentage points, don't mean that this ain't a close, debatable ass eye test. I understand the Tatum answers. I sway back and forth. I did the chart just so I can be a little more objective myself and put the numbers and then see the equation at the end. So with the equation and the standard in Dame's world, I got Luka by a slight edge. And with that being said, let me know your thoughts, your comments. It's your boy Dame. We're going to close out with the final moments. And we're going to turn this bitch up because that shit had me screaming when I watched it. Oh, let's bring it back a little more. Another testament to Luka's clutchness and his ability to ride.
Count it enough. Walker leaves it for Tatum. 3 on the way. Bullseye 1. Doncic. The handles. The fake. The fade. It's pure.
Don't settle on this possession.
Brown drives in. Tie game. Doncic. Down to 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Doncic for the win. Oh, yeah! Luka Doncic!
He not playing with niggas in the clutch. That's the same shot he hit against the Clippers, too, if niggas don't know. If I was the defender, I would have already went over there. He's planning it. Fuck the step back. Let him drive. Fuck up his matrix. Go to that corner where he gonna go and you could beat his shit up. But that wraps it up for Luka and Tatum in Dame's world. I got Luka by the slight edge. Close battle, 2 future stars. Let me know y'all thoughts, y'all comments, who y'all think is the better player right now, and who will be the better player in the future. It's your boy Dame. Peace.